Hello, Gemini. This is for Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, sign of Gemini for the month of May. And I'm doing it a little bit differently this month in that I'm assigning 2 cards for each week. Okay, so we've got the first, second, third, fourth week going across. And also to let you know that I'm using 4 different decks so that there's it's not just all coming from one deck for the whole month, in that there's more room for accuracy this way, being that it's a general reading and I'm not working from a question that you have. I'm just going to try and cover how this could play out for, the physical realm, physical opportunities, and, psychological and spiritual as well. I mean, I see it as all one, but it's interesting how the cards can just be very literal sometimes. So for this first week, there's definitely decisions that are up. Now, with the Two of Swords, it's important to honor the place where, notice how in the image she's blindfolded, and so it doesn't have to be, gender specific. It's definitely male or female. But the key topic here is that we're trying to make a decision, and we're also being guided to be unbiased. With a blindfold, that means, to go inside and try and let go of just making a decision from your mind. It means to let your intuitive faculties, give you lots of information. And the only way I could do that myself would be to drop it into my body, drop it into your guts, and see how you feel. Open up to the possibilities of doing whatever it is you think that, that you're being called to do, or someone is, especially I would say with this card, someone is tempting you to do. And let your body let you know if it's right for you. Do you feel a big yes in your body, like this is the right way for me? And sometimes this card can be about healing, shameful parts of yourself where you don't like your body, and you're judging yourself based on your body. So if that's what's going on for some of you, then it would definitely be about letting go of the mental beliefs that could keep you stuck. And then in that case, the invitation is to definitely let go of that. Never feel shameful about your body and your instincts and your bodily needs. I mean, we're human. It's to honor your humanity is the key here. And then for others, it will be the place where you have a decision and you are coming towards you, and you drop it in, and your body just feels a big no. It feels like death. It feels like there's nothing moving. You can't get a full breath. There's no yes. And if that's the case, then you definitely say no, because this can be. These 2 cards together can confirm that you're going to go through a decision and a test. And it depends on how you make the decision. So that's the reason I'm asking you to drop it into your body. And then if you have a battle between your mind and your body, then that's a valid battle to have. And it's a very good battle. So let yourself take all the time that you need to make the decision. But you have to be very careful here, because if this is an opportunity coming from the outside, it can definitely, it's possibly, if it's not coming from just honoring your body and being human and letting go of any shame around your bodily functions or your body itself, your human experience, if it's not coming from that and it's coming from the outside, it can definitely be entrapment, it can be entanglements, it can be addictions, it can be any temptation that's not going to be good for you, because it's coming just from, oh goodness, in this card sometimes it can be just all about the money. It can be greedy. It can be about someone having control over you. And it's hard to, wrestle yourself away from the challenge. So if that's the case, that's a good fight to have, and it's okay. Don't judge yourself at all if it's in your life. It has to do with passing a test. So there's, a lot of physical tests and mental tests, challenges, even challenges of the heart that we go through, constantly as a human being. So never judge yourself harshly for it, but allow yourself to go through it and know that you'll be a better person as you come through the other side. Just keep aligning with your spirit. And that especially brings us into, the second week here. Oh, and I forgot to say, the first week here, we do have a couple of holidays. We have May Day and Cinco de Mayo in here. So part of the test here might be, do I go out when we're under a lockdown, and am I being tempted to go out when it's really not appropriate? Unless you have, all the protection that you need. But once you're out, with this kind of energy, once you're out, I don't know that you'd be in a trustworthy, position to where you could protect yourself, unless you have, you may have to be very careful, like always the 6 feet away, and you wear the mask and gloves and things like that if you're in a public place. But for this first week, it may be challenging. But then again, this may just relate to the inner levels. You guys are going to have to, leave me comments and let me know how it was for you. But the second week, we have Mother's Day in here, and it's with the Ten of Swords. This looks to me like there was something, and you had to walk away from it. Something ended. Something ended. It may have been very painful, but know that, the sun always comes up, right? It's like that little song, sun will come up tomorrow. So know that you'll be guided. The messages will come through to go in a new direction, but definitely you're walking away from something and it's over. This card is definitely about endings, whether they were physical, or emotional, mental, whether they're painful or not, whatever it was, it's over and it's done. And you can, because of that experience, you can now open even more fully to your intuitive faculties, to your your empathic body wisdom, you can open up to spirit in the cosmos, the divine intelligence of the cosmos that's always there for you. And I see this as, if we just looked at these two cards together, it would be that you overcame a temptation or a false belief about your body and the way you move through life, and how that can be changed and healed and let go. And then now you come into a whole new experience where you can just open and allow the love, the forces of love, and the divine cosmic intelligence that's within and without, that's everywhere. It's inside of you in every cell of your body, and it's within the entire cosmos. It is literally the forces of life, the life force that can nourish you and keep you in touch with what is sacred, what is the most important, and then moving forward from life in that respect is just a beautiful experience. And then moving into the third week, no holidays here that I know of. But anyway, so we have the Two of Wands coupled with the Eight of Cups. So again, it feels like an experience of going for what you want. You may be planning travel. In the physical realm, you may be planning a travel experience in the future. Or you may want to take a road trip because you're walking away from something that just is no longer working. You're letting go on the emotional levels of something from the past that just will not work anymore, and you can't do it anymore. Whatever it was, whatever it is, whether it's a false belief within, well, it's always the false beliefs within that attract, the negative experiences or the wounding that we have to, work through as adults is always connected to either, it's always, I think, it's past lives and this life. It's all connected. So it's something from the past that you're healing and walking away from, and it's over. Again, this may be an acceptance on the intellectual level that you cannot do it anymore. And then this week brings in the emotional, the deeper emotional level, the feeling levels that literally get you out completely, whatever it is. You're walking away from what no longer works, and you're moving towards. So, motivation to move towards something that you really like always helps to let go of what doesn't work, right? Even when it comes to learning something new, if you can go towards what it is that you want to learn, it helps you let go of, like, the older habits that no longer serve. So the Two of Wands is all about opening up to more, and asking yourself, which way do I want to go? What do I want to experience? The Wands are all about inspiration and passion and moving towards something new. And whether or not it's a physical experience this week, it can be definitely just, on the emotion, the passion and the emotion levels, the spirit and the emotional levels, the spirit and feeling. You can get the feeling of spirit guiding you and moving you away from whatever didn't work, and moving you, keeping you aligned. If you can just stay aligned with that core of your spiritual fluids, your essence within, that can guide you and keep you opening up to more and more possibilities. That's the true essence of this card, trusting your intuition, your psyche that wants to guide you, your soul that will guide you. And again, just letting go. Go for what you want and let go. And then the last week of the month, we do have Memorial Day in here towards the end. So, or no, actually I think it's on the 25th, I believe. I could be wrong. Don't have a calendar right close. But anyway, the last week of the month, it looks like, it could be there could be some struggle. I see the Five of Wands often as a card of struggle, but it could be fun too. It could be games. It can be, the competitive games that if you're going through our self-distancing, our social distancing, never distance yourself. But social distancing, if we're inside, with just our loved ones or someone else, or maybe it's even an online type of a game that you're playing, it's just the opportunity here is to stay connected to your heart. Now, if I were to read this just purely on the spiritual level, I would say your only struggle ever should be to keep your heart open. And because we have the Two of Cups here, this brings me into the realm of, another. So it's not just yourself and your heart, it's opening up to the heart of another. And that may be the true struggle here. But again, on the other levels, it can definitely be lots of fun and games and playfulness. And it could have to do with children. This is a very, very, playful, child-oriented card as well. So, yeah, so that's it. Please subscribe. I'd love it if you subscribed. I love your comments, and any questions you may have, feel free. I will get to them, I promise. And also, if you like the video, please like. And that's it. I'll see you, or I'll talk to you next month. And meanwhile, take very good care. Okay, bye.